Totally, dude. Got those hippie games going on. What up? Papa Swole, the flower child. We're going to talk about some quality foods. Going to drink some coffee. Going to make some sick fucking gains, bruh.
The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. The bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Episode 489 of the Daily Swole. It's pretty rad. It's fire. It's fire. Welcome to episode 489 of the Daily Swole. The most muscular, most chillest, the raddest, the most gnar Daily Swolecast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Live every day at 12 noon Eastern time. You can catch all the episodes on YouTube and also listen to the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. So you want to listen to Papa Swolio? Just type in Swolenormous on SoundCloud and iTunes. And make sure that you check out my Instagram at Swolenormous. So follow me over there on Instagram for all the quotes, for all the awesome vids, and follow me on my stories and tag me. Say what up. DM the Swolio. Slide into Papa Swolio's DM, bruh. Slide into my DM, bruh. What's going on? Coffee and eggs today on the Daily Swole. Some big shit happening. Papa Swolio did evac. Papa Swolio's away from the storm, so don't worry. The gains are safe. The gains are safe. And a lot of y'all are saying that I should have stayed around and flexed on Irma and then, changed the course of the hurricane. But, that probably would have been the best idea. That probably would have been the best idea. But, hindsight's 20/90, whatever they say it is. But that's cool. That's cool. Welcome to the Swole. Remember, if it's your first time joining the Daily Sleazy, make sure you say first time. And we're going to get started right now. Gaining safely. Always gaining safely, bruh. Always gaining safely. Welcome to the Swole. Let's get this party started and let's flip the script. Glasses are going on. And Papa Swolio is back. Let's jump right into 489. Welcome, fam. Welcome, everyone. Premium peeps, community peeps, everyone that is here ready to make some sick gains. Got some coffee and some eggs. And today's episode is about coffee and eggs. Big stuff on nutrition this week. Always taking the Swole to the next level. Always delivering the information that you want to hear. And I know with all the content that I put out here on the Swole, it's all about lifting the veil and giving you the straight fitness without the bullshit. I know that's why you're here. I know that's why you love Papa Swolio. Plus, I flex on people that need to be flexed on. I flex on people that need to be flexed on. I'm going to smack you upside the head when you need to be smacked upside the head. And I'm going to drop some truths that need to come out, especially now. And yes, the beard is wild. The beard is untamed, and you're welcome. So let's get into it. I am going to be dropping a lot of content. Obviously, the hurricane's down south. I came up north, and I'm surviving. And I'm going to thrive. I'm going to be dropping a lot of content on all platforms. So right here on Facebook and on Instagram, I'm posting a lot of stuff, nutrition stuff. I'm going to be posting exercise stuff. This is all in the works. And in my premium group, of course, we're doing the workshop tonight, the nutrition workshop. So in my premium group, we do a lot of depth. We have a lot of one-on-one calls. We have a lot of interactive workshops where we really get into it together and get a little more specific and a little bit more with the context. But today I want to go over an interesting topic. So in other words, follow me on Instagram, follow my Instagram stories, DM me, follow the posts over there, and also keep it posted here. Keep your eyes here on Facebook for all those things as well. So let's jump into it. Thank you, everyone. I want to say thanks to Papa Swolio, to the Daily Swole sponsors. The Right Bicep, thank you so much for everything that you do, Right Bicep. Thank you for sponsoring the Daily Swole. For all these episodes, you've been a great help to both of us. And thank you also to our other sponsor, the Left Bicep. Thank you very much for all those sick gains that you have provided and everything that you have done for everyone here on the Daily Swole. So thank you for both the sponsors today for today's episode 489. Let's get on with the show. Coffee and eggs. So float some hearts and float some thumbs if you are a coffee and an egg fan. If you have coffee and eggs for breakfast, and not that you necessarily need coffee and eggs, that's like a breakfast meal, and not that that's what I eat for breakfast, but coffee and eggs. Do you drink coffee and do you consume eggs? Let's talk a little bit about coffee and the bad rap it's gotten. A lot of people give coffee bad vibes. Like, oh, coffee's not good for you. Too much coffee is not good for you. And that's just fucking horseshit. That's horseshit. Coffee is not bad for you. It's what people put in their coffee. It's what people put in their coffee. You're trying to lose weight and you might be sucking down too many calories, even if you're doing bulletproof coffee. If you're just pounding extra calories, but adding total calories to your diet and you're in excess, it could be detrimental. If you're adding tons of sugar, it's bad. If you're adding tons of garbage milk, it's bad. I do like the bulletproof coffee style. I love a little grass-fed butter or MCT oil. I think that's fine, healthy fats. Don't listen to anyone that starts calling that shit a fad. It's not a fad. It's just another tool for your toolbox. And that's where this direction for exercise and for health should always come. Understand that everything that we discuss, everything that is in the realm of human consumption and exercise is just tools for your toolbox. So there's nothing like you do this, you're gonna die. There's nothing you're gonna do this and you're gonna break your leg. It's all, shades of gray, and it's all different, delineations of what could be better for certain people and what could be worse for certain people. So the way one person might eat could be very bad for you. And everyone knows that person that can eat fast food every day and have abs and look good and be lean and, that doesn't mean that the McDonald's and Burger King and fast food stuff is good for that person just because they look a certain way, but it doesn't necessarily give people, some people, all the reactions and all the extra weight gain. There's genetics and things at play. So let's talk about coffee is good because a lot of antioxidants, and there are many, many studies that show that diabetes can decrease the risk of Alzheimer's, that can decrease the risk of, or the impact of type 2 diabetes, that it can reduce heart disease risk. It has a lot of antioxidants that can help with the body, with the system. But what kind of coffee is important? It's just like anything else. A lot of coffees are flavored. A lot of coffees might be processed poorly. A lot of coffees might not be as fresh as you think they are. I always recommend, these are like little coffee tricks. This is what I do. I don't necessarily like to go buy coffee. I did on the road and it was garbage. I had to stop at a 7-Eleven gas station. It sucked. I stopped at a McDonald's to get coffee. It wasn't that good. I didn't have that good coffee experience. The McDonald's was better. The 7-Eleven was crap. McDonald's was decent, but it's not, used to, of course, when you're grinding it fresh at home, when you're drinking it your own way, it's going to taste better and what you get used to. But get a quality coffee. You don't need to spend $50 a bag, but getting a nice quality organic coffee is just, they're better treated. And I'm not saying the beans are pet and the beans get reach arounds, but what I'm saying is if it's organic, there's less likely for any kind of toxins used in the processing of the beans and the cleansing of the beans. If it's single origin, that means all the beans are coming from one location, so they might not be mixed with other beans that could have other kind of toxicity implications, but it depends on how strict you want to get. Like I said, you can get a quality organic coffee for $6, $7 a bag. That's a lot of fucking coffee. A bag of coffee, that's a lot. Not to mention you could probably go on Amazon and get all these deals, but grind it, and then, and I like a French press. So you can brew coffee any way you want. You can brew coffee any way you want. That's a whole other conversation. I like a French press, but you can get the whole bean, get a grinder, and then have it fresh, and it just tastes so much different. It tastes so much different, and it tastes so much better when you make it yourself. And there's that little bit of pride and that little bit I just made coffee. I put coffee together. I created something. I created life. And I'm realizing a couple things I forgot. I didn't need to bring my French press. I need to bring my grinder. I'm like, I should have brought all those things. Why didn't I bring my grinder? Why did I just leave it there? So I left my grinder, I left my French press, I left my big mugs. I'm like, man, I left things. I left in a hurry. So all things that can be replaced. Bulletproof coffee and eggs, sweet. Okay, so let's talk about eggs. So coffee is a yes for me. Coffee is a big yes for me. I don't trust anyone that doesn't drink coffee or that says coffee's bad. Love coffee. Date, marry a Starbucks employee. They get a pound of coffee a week for free. I'm in. So that's good advice. That's good advice, Charlie. Everyone marry a Starbucks employee. Good advice. All right, next, eggs. Let's talk a little bit about eggs. What's the difference between these two things? What's the difference between these two things besides the color? All right, here we go. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. Boom. All right, two different eggs here. Now, I eat a specific way. My friend eats, a different way. I don't judge what anyone does. I don't judge what anyone does. I love them to death. I don't judge what anyone does. So this is not going to be like, yo, you're the devil. You're so good. You know, conditioner is better. You leave the hair silky and smooth. Shampoo is better. You know, this is not, stop looking at me, Swan. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. What I want to do is I want to show you so you can make better choices. I want to show you so you can make better choices, because if you're making better choices, or you have the right information, you can make, maybe you would want to make this choice. Maybe you're watching this, you're like, I had no fucking idea. But if you have the right information, you can make your choice. So I also want to put that out there. There's better choices and there's your choice. Like, I want you to have your choice. When you are making a decision based on someone else's choice or lack of choice, or someone else's, information that might not be correct, it's not really much of a choice. It's not your choice. You're just eating. It's like, oh, there's one option. Let me eat that. But if you're aware of the different options, you're aware of the differences, now you can make your choice and you can be happy with that. And it's your life. So fuck it. What does my opinion matter? Do what you want. If you don't like eggs, then you're going to learn something, and you don't have to eat eggs. You don't have to eat eggs. They're really good for you. You just don't have to eat a lot of them. So let's do it. The difference between these, this one is one of your generic, mass produced. I don't even know if it says anything on there. Let's see. Grade A eggs, distributed by blah, 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 quality guarantee, white eggs. These chickens are smashed into cages. Literally like in metal cages. They can barely move or get around. They are fed grain and foods that get them bigger, faster, so they can produce more eggs. And they're fed foods that they're not allowed, or they're not really naturally, capable of digesting. So the chickens are, it's kind of hard to talk about. It's really fucked up. They gain so much weight so fast that they can't walk. And their bones are so brittle that if they could stand, their bones would break. So usually they don't even stand up. And they just lay eggs because that's a function of, an organism. And the eggs are collected. And then these chickens are slaughtered and sold by, Tyson Foods or these major conglomerates that produce low quality chicken. So this egg right here, and I want you to think about something. And this, and apologies if this hits close to home, but it's just a fact. If you're a woman, right? If you're like a human woman, and you drink and do drugs excessively when you're pregnant, what happens to your baby, right? Like if you drink a ton of alcohol and you abuse hard drugs while you're pregnant, your baby is likely to have a deformity, right? Your baby is likely to have a lot of issues. And a lot of times if you're under the influence of drugs and you give birth, your baby comes out drunk. Your baby comes out with signs because it's in the blood. Your baby, it comes out in your fucking child. So ladies, when you're pregnant, your choices and the foods that you make, the food choices that you make while you're pregnant, yes, they make a massive difference with your child. Don't let anyone fucking bullshit you and say, oh, I'm eating for two, I can cheat, I can eat crap because I'm pregnant. That's such a load of fucking shit. When you're pregnant, you gotta be eating 1,000 times better than you ever ate in your life. Don't listen to any of that bullshit. Don't listen to any of that bullshit. That's just an excuse for, hormones, this. No. If you're pregnant, you got to be eating like a fucking, like the sun god, okay? Now, this egg, right? So it comes out in the egg. This egg came from a drug-addicted chicken, a chicken that was eating grains, that was eating artificial foods. This came from a chicken with a horrific diet, bone disease, all these things. You're going to tell me that it doesn't come out in this. It's in here. It's in here. Those enzymes, those little fucking antibody, all those things that happen in a creature come out in the egg. This is from that animal. This is from the animal that was tortured, that was pounded grains and food, was too big to walk, couldn't stand because his legs were too brittle. This is from an unhealthy chicken. And I know there's different kinds of chicken. I'm not trying to get into freaking, the real agriculture of it, that some white chickens, white eggs could be from grain. I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of fucking all the different like brands of chicken, like the different like species. But I'm just using, I'm going to show you the boxes. I'm just using the example. This egg, and not all brown eggs are the same. Just because it's like this color, I'm just like holding it because, okay, this is from, and this is just, I'll show you like the advertising. This is brand from that I got from Publix, before I left. Pasture raised. So what a pasture raised egg is, or claims to be, I didn't go check out the farm. It's possible everyone's lying, but doubtfully, I mean, to an extent. So some of the things that they tout on, on the pasture. So happy hens, yeah, whatever. I don't buy into that shit. Made with fresh air and sunshine. This is all marketing stuff, but on green grass, under open skies, freedom to forage year round. And of course the marketing here, a little grass and the stars and all the chickens look, oh, it's all blah, blah, blah. Tended by hand, small family farms. But the point is that these chickens, if everything checks out, they're allowed to walk around in grass and peck at bugs and go and feed and eat things that are going to allow for these eggs, for example, to be much more rich in nutrients, not have all the byproducts that the other chickens are suffering with. And the yolks are actually going to be darker and more rich. And I'm going to demonstrate this tonight in my premium workshop. It's one of the things I want to like show. I want to compare and contrast. But the yolk here is going to be darker and more rich. There's going to be more things like omega-3s. There's going to be more healthy fats. So it's really, and what companies do to get away with some of these things. Like, it's amazing what you can say. Now, this doesn't say, I don't believe this says organic, right? I don't believe this says organic. But honestly, if it doesn't say organic, it doesn't necessarily have to be, because if they're not getting fed organic grain, it doesn't fucking matter. But the organic label can also cost companies hundreds of thousands of dollars to get that USDA seal of approval. So to say organic, it can be very expensive and cost prohibitive. So just because a small company might not have the listing organic or USDA organic on it doesn't mean it's not the same high quality. It just means that maybe they couldn't afford or didn't opt to pay for the expensive labeling, because organic, trust me, the government makes a ton of money when they label and they certify things organic. So just to compare, so chickens that can forage, chickens that can walk around, chickens that can expand and pluck and enjoy their life. The eggs, they taste different. They taste different. They taste better, and they have more nutrients. And the fucking stuff comes out in the chicken's baby. So you have here, this is just Giant Eagle brand. So 18, this is probably like $3. I don't know, $2, $3. I mean, this is just, you get 18 of them, fucking just tons of them, keep refrigerated, blah, blah, blah. And then you have this, which is probably like, $7. Big difference, big difference. 18, probably $2 or $3 for 18 of them. And then you have like $7. So I'm not saying it's cheap. I'm not saying it's cheap, but the taste quality and the quality of the eggs makes a big difference. And it's important, it's not bullshit. So when you see things like cage-free, organic cage-free, let me tell you about organic cage-free eggs. Organic cage-free means that the hens were fed organic grains, which they're not supposed to eat anyway. And the organic means they're fed, like I said, organic grains. And cage-free just means that there needs to be like a door open. There needs to be like some kind of open section. But most of the chickens can't get up and get out there because they're so packed in. So cage-free just might not mean that they're in a, what the government, determines to be a cage, which would be a certain, 6x6 or whatever enclosure. Just because they're not in one of those or in a big massive barn and they're free, but they're just fucking packed in, that could be considered cage free. So don't always believe just what it says cage free, because you do have to pay a premium for those things. And that's just the world we live in. They can make money. They make money off us when we're sick, when we buy cheap food, and they make money off us when we spend a little bit more money on healthier food. But I prefer not to be sick. I prefer to give my body the best things that I can. And I just wanted to let you know that this information exists. There are different kinds of eggs, and that's the reason why there are different kinds of eggs. And the more expensive shit doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, they're just trying to charge me more for a pretty package. Oh, those eggs are brown. That's why they charge more. it's not just an illusion, like it's a fact. Like these things happen. These things are actually going on, and it does impact your foods. I just wanted to make you more aware of it. So great things coming tonight for the premium workshop. If this is interesting to you and you're like, wow, that's fucking cool, I never thought about that way, I encourage you, join in my premium group. The link is in the description, premium.swolenormous.com. That's premium.swolenormous.com. You get to try the group for a week, get to set up a one-on-one call with Papa Swolio, get to participate in all the weekly workshops and all the awesome community things that we do in videos that get posted in there for nutrition and for exercise, and just for support and accountability. So don't be alone in this journey. You're not the only one. Go in there. Check out the reading material, check out the shopping list, and just get on the pony already. A lot of people that are in here watching are in premium, and tonight is the workshop, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So super simple to sign up. You click the link, boom, 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 bam, you're in. I'll get you into the group right away as soon as you jump in. And you'll be able to schedule your one-on-one call with me and join in for the premium workshop tonight. So I'm gonna do a couple little things. I'm gonna show like the comparison between a couple different kinds of eggs. I'm gonna be doing some videos maybe at the supermarket when I go today. But today's gonna be very interactive tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So eggs, they're not all the same. They're not all the same. So lots more to come with that tonight in the nutrition workshop. So I highly recommend all of you watching. I'll see a lot of you there, 8 p.m. Eastern time, premium.swolenormous.com. And if you're new to the show, thanks for joining. Every day, Papa Swolio getting yoked like ain't no joke. Every day live at 12 noon Eastern time. Catch them all on YouTube and watch and listen. So you can listen to the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. Also, I will see you all on Instagram for the stories and for awesome additional video content. I'm about to drop another video about putting something in your face hole. So check it out on Instagram, tag someone. Yeah, they're gonna get some people butt hurt when I go ham on nutrition. Most people don't want to take it that seriously. Most people want to, push off these excuses and pretend like it doesn't exist, but it fucking exists. But it exists. It exists, and how serious you want to take it, that's up to you. It's your life, but just make sure that you have the right information and you can make all the right decisions with a clear conscience and understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. And then you just go on with your life as best as you see fit. So I'm just here to lift the veil, take away all the bullshit, flex on you, make some sick gains, and just rage about all stuff, nutrition, and fucking life optimization. Ooh! I'm amped. Love this coffee. Peace, McGee's, deuce, magoose. See y'all in premium tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time workshop. Link in the description, and I'll see everyone on the other platforms. Later.